Hi.
And welcome to another edition of Sister Circle. Hi, on from the
Hi.
DMV.
Well, I'll be laughing every time you say that.
On. Hold on, girl. Let
Nikki
me
say
get
it
in
all the
here.
time. I'm not saying her name like that. I know that's right.
I don't know why he do that because I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's on. You gotta say it with, with little force. On. So how's
Maybe
things going on?
I'm trying to put it on my page. We got to start putting a thing to remind people for Sister Circle.
You right, oh, girl. They watch 810 all day on Friday.
No,
I
I'm
might,
talking about the outside people, like on the pages and stuff like that.
yeah. You know what? I gotta start. We got to start posting that flyer more so we can get some more of that DMV connection. Because I know it's people down there that like on.
They
They
like
love on.
politics. I know a lot of people love politics, but Sister Circle. Today's conversation is about cyberbullying.
Oh my, that just touched me deeply. Let me move the microphone closer.
I had a
Wow.
conversation with my daughter first before I, went and logged on so we could be on here.
Mhm.
I said, Liana, can you look at my TikTok? She said, Mom, technically that's cyberbullying. I said, well, your mother's Gen X. This is normal for me.
Hold on. I'm still trying. I'm listening to you. I'm letting you carry it.
So
I'll go ahead and
she
share.
she went through my TikTok and I was saying, well, how do you deal with someone who puts lies? That's bullying too. They're
Right.
posting on their pages lies. They're saying things that are untrue. I mean, they even had gotten to the point they're using government funding to put their lies out. Anytime you make a video off of a video that's supposed to be public for everyone to see,
Hmm.
and is being paid to make this recording of public city council and then editing it, cutting it, and making it to look like a different agenda. I think that's cyberbullying too. Um,
Absolutely.
because you take the camera and move it so you don't see uh, the ignorance that's going on in the room. But like I say, if it wasn't for 810 News Media Group, you would not see the truth. You would not see what's really going on. So that's why I started with putting my little things on TikTok. Not because I want to be TikTok famous. Like
Mhm.
they say, everybody's getting paid for TikTok. Like who's getting paid? Ain't no one
Oh,
getting.
but I like your TikToks though. They're so educational.
I try to be creative, but I try to be as much as I'm being transparent as much as I can, and at the same time, I'm talking to both sides.
I'm about to
So
throw this at Mickey.
somebody put color people time.
Mickey put that up. I'm about to throw this across the room. About to hit him
So
dead in his head. Shouts out to A10 News Media Group.
somebody said, "What happened to six,
Salty
seven,
Chef.
10 or 810?"
Mickey was
I
like,
like that 678.
Mickey was like Salty Chef. I was trying from 620 720 on 820 here. Shout out to ATN News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Spacely Rocket. Oh, sitting over there, old Rocket on his rocket. And the best co-host, Anna. And I like your background, girl. Look at you got that. Is that
Oh,
scary thing? That
well,
scary.
this is Starry Night.
Is
Starry
that
Night
the,
by
that's not
Van
that.
Gogh.
That's the ghost, right?
Van Gogh, Starry Night.
Okay, I know. I think that's the same picture we're talking about.
Yeah,
Then you
it's
got your
Starry Night by Van Gogh.
then you got
It's one
your
of my favorite
ATM
paintings.
merch. That's
I got
beautiful.
my thing. I got my shirt. I haven't opened it yet because I'm gonna wear it when I go to Flint. I have my
Okay.
other shirt. It's over there. It's the one hall monitor. And
Uh-huh.
then of course you already know I got this one.
Right. It's right. I see dog. Is it tomorrow? I thought it was. I know what day your birthday.
Sunday.
Sunday.
14th.
Okay. See, I told you I thought it was Sunday.
I will no longer be 47 with you all. I will be 48.
Yep. Mickey. You and Mickey. Oh,
Me and Mickey. Oh,
y'all both older than me.
I crack up when people hit me up and say, "Oh, you're turning 39." I said, "No, baby. I'm glad to say I'm turning 48 because I'm still living."
And you look wonderful. You look
Oh, thank you. No, you look wonderful.
you look like a little kid. She showed up. Not at all. You could go
That's
for
that height.
28.
That's that height, Winters. I am short.
Well, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you in person. I can't wait you come here. We can do a show in a studio. That's
Yes.
gonna
Oh,
be
thank
so
you, Freda.
fun. I'm trying to make sure
Trying to log
I
on so
have
I can see
shared
the
this
comments.
everywhere. I know the comments go so fast. They roll like, oh, they roll like movie credits at the end of the movie. Oh, okay. Well, everybody, you know what? Everybody tell Van Gogh,
Mango, Starry Night.
Tony. You
Oh, I
just
got somebody
surprised me on the
that
Tony just knows everything. Like, is it anything you don't know, Tony? I'm like, ain't that the ghost? It's just like Van Gogh. And you like, you come right on here, Van Gogh. Get out of here.
famous, famous. Hey, I got a joke for y'all.
Oh, okay. Okay, not nah. Like
No, it's not a bad.
you know how these people in this chat can be. You
It's not a
know
bad.
how the family is.
Actually a joke for Tony. Tony Wiggins.
Okay, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Ask Tony, does he hear anything?
Does he hear anything? Tony, do you hear? Oh, she talking about a little fire starter thingy.
You don't hear it no more.
It ain't beeping no more.
All three of them was beeping at the same time.
She got her little fire, little what you smoke detector. They thought that was the ongoing joke for weeks. Like, when she gonna get that fee?
Tony will put in the chat. Do y'all hear that?
That's okay.
Yes, I hear it, Tony, but I can't stop my conversation.
You all right with me, girl? You all right with me? So everybody, please share. Please share. We hope you all engage with us in today's show. We want to talk about stuff that goes on every day. And especially like it's a big part. I think it plays a big part in women, teen suicide. I mean, men too. Like some men too. Like you said, it's all kind of different forms of cyberbullying. You know, people think that, you know, it's just talking about somebody is cyberbullying. No, like you said, just like too much of the bad promotional ads, that cyberbullying, you know, making someone think in their minds like my way is the correct way. Oh geez, shut up, Mickey. But but you know, that is a form of cyberbullying. So what's your take on all of that?
Well, I would say, I mean, there's the cyberbullying where we feel like it's justifiable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you an example. You probably gonna laugh at me. P. Diddy.
No.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Justifiable cyberbullying.
Mm-hmm.
Make you laugh, make you whatever, but there is victims involved.
Yeah.
There is victims involved, but
you think about Hollywood period since you brought up Diddy. Like, can you think about the whole industry? Can you imagine the cyberbullying that goes on? Like, you have to look a certain way on the internet. You have to present yourself. You know, you just can't just go out with some rollers in your hair. Well, you know, Whitney did a few times at the at the corner store, but you know that we still love Whitney. In her worst days, we love Whitney, but Whitney still faced cyberbullying.
Just like we love Vivica Fox. I know you saw that thing with Vivica Fox.
No,
I didn't. Her face changed. She was putting an outfit on and she had no makeup on, and then next thing you know, she put makeup on, looked like a whole complete person. And I mean, they bullied the brakes out of her with this video. They were like, "This don't even look like the same person." Because you know, women with makeup. I mean, makeup sometimes to me is scary because
Ana,
you can lie about what you really look like.
I have seen some, you know, not so attractive women without makeup. And when they put that makeup on, you be like, what was that? And and I laugh to myself sometimes, like, well, what if they go out on a date, and they've been dating someone for a long time, let me be correct here because church people aren't here. And, they've been dating someone for a long time and they go to get married or whatever, and their first time being intimate, and they pillow rub all on that, they face rub all on the pillow and that makeup come off, like, I wonder what that man thinks when he wake up and he see that girl without the makeup.
That's why y'all should take the women out to the pool first.
You ain't, Anna, you ain't right. You ain't right. I'm just letting you know you ain't right. You ain't right, Anna. You ain't right, Anna. I'm just gonna let you know. You
Let's
ain't
go
right.
swimming. Let's try some activity. Yeah, but we also got to be able to accept the way God made it too. Like, if you really want to dig deep in that, you know what I mean?
You see what Don Piper said? I'm getting cyber bullied right now, Anna. Don Piper said Wyntis Hall is a super bully to me. That's coming from Don Piper. Oh man,
that's what I call justifiable.
Justifiable. Shardy said, "Happy solar return, Anna, and much blessings to you on this very special day and weekend. You got so many wonderful birthday wishes."
Oh,
hey, Baylin.
I'll tell Melissa I said hi. She's cracking up on this thing. I could be cyberbullying Melissa. Like, when I always have to say, "This is just me joking," because I'm not trying to be funny, but black and brown, when we don't walk around with tank tops in the cold weather. So if I was to put an image of her up and say, joking, I wish I had her, her body temperature or whatever, jokingly, it could be offensive to her. So these are conversations like when you see people with shorts and it's like 30 degrees outside. But I do know that scientifically, the less melanin you have, that your body can take the cold. That's the way where people, the more melanin you have, the more you were in hotter climate. So these are real things. But when we joking and we put images up, it's funny. Mm-hmm. There's some science to back it up.
Right. And it's just like Tony up there. And I know it's a crazy question. And some may think that Tony is he just acting out. But Tony really asking this question. So Anna, let me ask you a question. Was me saying Candace's hair was brittle? Was that me cyberbullying or simply stating an observation? And I know he is really asking you that question, Anna. So please.
But you gotta say it the way he said my name.
Anna. Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna answer it, Tony, in third person because I am not a black woman to certain people. Some people would say you're Puerto Rican, you're not a black woman, you can't speak for us. Some will accept me, some will put me in their group, depending on your background, how you look at history. But for me, speaking from third person, I will say one thing I personally don't talk about is black women hair, because that's a touchy conversation and it's very sensitive. Because for years, everyone, including black women, including black men, including all races, will always have something negative to say about the black woman's hair. Mm-hmm. So for me, I stay away from those conversations. But I feel if a black man or a black woman wants to say something about the hair texture or how it looked, that's their opinion. And some of us, even with hair, we so-called say it's so good because I don't believe hair has behavior. There's no such thing as good hair.
You were the first one that told me that. Yeah, I was like, oh, Anna, your hair's so pretty.
Good hair. Mm-hmm. It's just tolerable. It's tolerable to you, or it's might be intolerable for me. It's just the difference on how we perceive. So, Tony, getting back to answering it, we do joke about hair. We do put images up of people looking crazy with their hair sticking up. Alfalfa wasn't black. His hair would stick up, and we would laugh and make pictures. But I will say this: as a woman being recorded live, you got to have your hair straight. I'm sorry, you got to have your hair straight. I don't care who you are, what background you have. You should be presentable.
Okay, so and you saying straight as in fix yourself
Straight,
up.
not straight as in straight
Right.
hair or curly
Right.
hair.
Right.
I'm from up north. Straight meaning like looking right.
Right. I just had to clear it up for
Yeah, I forgot.
our natural girls.
Yeah.
Like myself. Mickey over there laughing. I ain't got much hair. So yeah. So but I
He
know he
said
was
that.
being
He
yeah,
said
he
he was
was
gonna
being serious.
roast him. Yeah. That's a Tony, that's a deep conversation. And it really, I mean, if you really want to dig on women and black men, I know that when black men say things about women hair, I know friends of mine that can feel that. That's deep. So it's like if we could stay away from those conversations and pull that woman to the side and say, shoot, if you want to, if you're interested, be like, can I treat you to get your hair done, or or something, or see what's going on by themselves, because that's a touchy conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
and other women too, you don't have to be black to have hair loss or alopecia or even wigs
Right.
and extensions.
Right.
All of us wear it.
Right.
It don't matter who you are, but hair is a serious conversation. um that's one part I don't, for me personally, when I'm cracking jokes or anything, because my ultimate dream is to get on a stage one time and do comedy. But that's
Mm.
one area I would stay away from, because
Okay.
that's deep right there. Hair.
But back when we were going to school, and I graduated in '94. What year you come out? '93 and '94.
Oh, 94.
Okay, so when we came out, back then wearing weave, you got laughed at.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta laugh with wigs because it looked like a hat back, but it looked like a hat, Winters, back then.
Right, but
It was
still,
like,
like when you wanted the salt and pepper where it was short on this side and you wanted that long piece down
The
here on
bob.
this
yeah,
side, the bob, right. I poured
the
peroxide in
uneven
the top
salt
of
and
my
pepper.
hair to
Salt and
try to
pepper.
get my hair a different color. So my hair fell out. And I wanted that style, but I couldn't get it because kids would laugh. You got laughed at for wearing weave back in the day, and now you get laughed at if you don't got weave in your hair.
Oh wow.
I mean, seriously. And then, like we talk about this all the time, like you got to be a certain type of person. And then I seen today on the internet, a good evening, Councilwoman Tanya Burks. I seen today. Now I don't know how much you be into TikTok and stuff
Oh,
with your girls,
sorry to hear
but
that, Gina.
oh, what happened?
She wrote on
Oh,
that she
she's
lost.
losing hair. Wow. And Jolena, I know it's no such thing as good hair, Anna, but
Good hair.
she got some beautiful hair.
You
Beautiful
just like
long
her
curly hair.
texture of her hair.
It's
Say you
beautiful
like
and
her
long curly.
texture.
I love her texture. It's just wavy and beautiful. I love that. But back to what I was saying about cyberbullying stuff. So Megan Thee Stallion has this I guess it's a booty challenge, like a twerk challenge out.
Oh yeah.
And it was I don't know if it was a podcaster, somebody was on there and they were telling her like it's making girls that have a lack of behind feel bad. And then it's also saying, like, is this all that you have to offer? Like,
Mhm.
why are you putting yourself out here like this and making other women think, this is what is going to attract not just men, but attract attention, period. Like,
Unwanted.
huh?
Un-
Who wanted
I
attention?
said unwanted.
Unwanted, right. Unwanted attention. And then, people start like when that's even better to where I was swerving to Mickey when he said unwanted attention. Cause like if people get to talking about you in a negative light, she's gonna be like, what? What did I do? So
Mhm.
what do you think about that? Have you seen that? Shake it, shake it. I mean, girl, the whoop, child.
I'm terrible. My youngest daughter knows more of the music. Like when you be in the morning doing Sexy Red and all of that, you be knowing the lyrics. I don't know no lyrics. I mean, I said you be knowing the lyrics, and I be like, I don't know it because I grew up
Mhm.
with old school South Bronx rap. My family comes from South Bronx.
Okay, Cardi.
My mom, me, when I was a little kid, every single summer I was in the Bronx. So I grew up with old school, like KRS One. So this new music,
You been to a bodega? I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
had
the
to interrupt.
bodega. That's what he said, la bodega.
Bodega, bodega.
Yeah, you go there and get yourself
No,
a
I
flat
don't. I want to
sandwich
go one
and
so bad.
whatever. But
Okay.
going back to what you said with the music,
Hmm.
I ain't judging nobody. If she want to make that music, just like the same thing Cardi B, if they want to make that music and people want to listen to it, go for it.
But
It's
it's not the
not for
music. It's
me.
this specific challenge that she has where the camera is on her butt. And she has on the shortest shorts that might as well be thongs.
Yeah,
And it's just moving and twerking and twerking and twerking and twerking. Now, I'm not mad at her. Girl, if you can do it, do it. Because if I was your age, I'd probably be doing it too. I'm just keeping it real. Okay.
well, I
And
would
then
lose because I can't shake it like that, and I have a butt.
but if you was back then 20 years ago, Anna,
Yeah,
we probably could have
yeah,
won the challenge. And so, but people are on there saying like, why are you doing this? Why are you making young girls doing this? Because you have
because sex
young girls
sells.
that are, well, that pretty much sums it up. But you got
Sex
young girls
sells.
that's out here doing they thinking that they have to do this, and that's a form of bullying too.
That
Because a
is.
boy might say, why you not doing it? Why you can't do it? Free daddy, he said. Free daddy, shut up.
Oh, or even it could even dig deeper. You ever see people when someone doesn't
Snow baby, this
have,
sister
have a
circle.
backslide? Huh?
I know John still want to get tapped in. This sister circle, baby. This sister circle.
Oh, one of the guys can say they
Well,
might.
no, he wanted to come on screen.
Oh yeah, because they do have it where you can get on. Uh,
Yeah.
in the future, we can get to that level, but right now,
Yeah,
get someone. I know what they're saying.
and
Tap in.
we don't mean anything bad by it either.
Yeah,
We don't want you to be upset or anything. We don't mean anything bad. Because somebody wanted to come on last week and we said just give us a couple weeks and then we was gonna start
yeah, we
bringing
know
them.
how we work it.
So don't be upset. Okay.
But
Hey Nisi.
but Wentz is like going back to even with us. You ever see how sometimes, uh, as women, will not all women, some women can knock another woman because she doesn't have a rear end or she doesn't. So the joke is, you can't do that. You ain't got nothing to shake or you ain't got nothing on the top. And so we make these images on TikTok of real thin girls. So now the thin girls done got said, well, since y'all want to make fun of me, I'm gonna make myself look foolish.
Now you
And they
making
getting
me
all these.
feel bad because I posted a post the other day said all the girls that's asses as flat as a high five. How was your day today?
Oh man,
They got a song in DC at the Go Go because I go to the Go Go's in
I
DC,
can't.
and they put and the song goes,
It wouldn't be.
oh, it
Oh
went out.
shit!
Did
What
y'all go
happened?
out?
Oh, got my goddamn sound out one more time.
Yeah, hold on. We stopped that.
I still can hear you. But in DC, I go to the Go Go's, and Little Booty is the name of the song. So it's for the girls that butts are not
Wait, can
big.
they hear us, Mickey?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Tell
okay,
me.
okay.
I knocked your picture out.
Oh, my picture. You knocked my picture out.
There
Okay,
you
I'm
go. I
back.
got it.
Okay, I'm back. You got
So
me so far
the
away.
song go, "Hey, little booty," and so to give shout out to the girls that so called don't have big butts.
Mm-hmm.
We're like,
Till you say it flat ass and say
"Oh,
yo.
flat booty, Lord.
And
Somebody
then
put that would be me. BBL's the new thing.
oh, Kim, my cousin. So she said Meg is an entertainer and being paid to do stuff like that, and these young girls just want attention and unfortunately think it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's a still to me. That's a form of bullying to somebody, to a young girl that doesn't have it, and they may be picked on so much if even if they attempt to do the dance and mess it up, then they gonna get bullied. Like,
Yeah.
why you do that? You don't have no booty. Why you blah 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 blah? But it's just so much. I mean, cyberbullying is really for real, and it's sad to say it's not just the young people that's doing it.
It's every age. I mean, what y'all got the lady?
Every
I ain't trying to be funny, but you got the lady, the granny. I saw the granny on there.
Yes, I'm glad
And
Mickey gone to the
I'll be honest
bathroom.
with you, when you go out there on social media and you dig on people, you don't know who coming back for you and how they gonna come back for you.
Right,
So you got to be ready to
right. You
whatever comes
do.
back to you. You got that mouth might come back to you.
Right, right. And
I mean,
but
it
it
comes
shouldn't
with
be
it.
like that. But you should, you know, at a certain. Jasmine says, "Shout out to the little booties of the world." But you know, at a certain age, I think you are supposed to set an example in life. And I'm not claiming to be. I still have
Oh,
time to
we all work in
learn
progress.
every second, every day. You know, I try to be better than the day before. Do I necessarily achieve that goal? No. But I think when you get over 60, you should be leading the way as an example, as a elder in the community for the younger people, younger like us, younger than us. And when you out there on social media at a certain age acting like that, that's not cute. It's not cute.
It's not. It's not.
And you think it's
Um,
your way of getting people told.
but
No,
you know,
that's
the 60-year-olds are Gen X. They're our generation. You know, it goes to 64. So you know we're different.
uh-uh.
You know we're different.
Oh,
So the
Mickey.
60-year-olds are Gen X,
Is she in our
64.
generation?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
The lady that's bullying us, the older lady.
is she?
I
Yep,
don't
she's
know. She
Gen
said
X. It
it.
goes up
She
to
said,
64.
I don't know. I don't know how old
I
she
thought she
is.
was in her 70s.
I mean, I don't know. Seriously, I don't
She got
know.
a kid. It's like a child that's 40. So
Okay, that don't mean that. Well, that
she
could,
in
well,
her
it could
60s.
be for. Yeah, okay. Well, she could have had him young. I don't know. But still, at a certain age, you need to stop.
We would think that, but when you see how people be dressing in it, do you see how, I'm not trying to bring up the men, but do you see how some of these men be dressing like these teenage boys? I
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
remember when men I used to love a man with a suit, be
Mm-hmm.
dressed up with a collar. That's
Mm-hmm.
old. You know what I mean?
Tears.
But they got hoodies, they got pants, and I'm not saying it's wrong to wear a hoodie, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing with the women. You got 60, 65, 70-year-old women looking like Megan Thee Stallion, just at
Right.
that age group.
Put it. I want. Let's read
Okay.
some of the comments. Can you see the comments? You read one. I read one. Anna.
Okay. In my opinion, a governmental society has created a culture of super sensitivity where you used to be able to just pan on somebody and it be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Tia, I don't know how old you are, but are you Gen X? Because that's how we think.
I think
Yeah,
T.I.
Gina. Yeah, I'm Gina. Yeah,
T-
Tia can't. She can't be older than
T.I.
40. She got to be about at least 45, 46.
Yeah. Just that statement. Because that's how we I mean, you look at the comedians from the past. I mean, we were no filters. We said everything and we laugh.
Mm.
Okay, you want to read that one,
Oh,
Jasmine?
okay. Yeah, Jasmine. Jasmine said she got bullied hard growing up, but we didn't call it that. I was a black girl who talked proper, still do. Flat booty. Okay, Jazz. I got teased for being light skinned. It was rough, and this is by people who were my friends. Wow. Wow, Jazz. Dang, Tia said she gonna be 53 tomorrow. No,
I didn't think she
no
was
way.
53.
No, no.
Oh yeah,
She
her birthday.
lied.
Okay, that's right. I remember somebody saying their birthday was on the
She
13th.
ain't about to be no 53. If you do, damn,
Yeah,
what
I
cream do
believe
you
that Terrence
use?
O'Salley's Eddie Murphy was lit.
Yeah, 'cause Tia
Eddie
look like
Murphy was
She
lit.
sure don't look no 53. Oh,
Jolena
just told
says
us
I
it.
get teased for being short. I get teased all the time. I'm short. Calling me little shorty, funny, but it still makes me think about disadvantages like reaching the top. I got the same problem. Thank God for the little stepping stools.
Right, right. Well, Jessica, hey Jessica, cousin Jessica from Cali, we gonna make you be our first guest on here. Oh, that'd be fun. True, but there is a fundamental difference between panning and a what?
oh,
A
Ambulance.
be ableist? Lord, shit, these words Jessica be
Jessica,
using.
do you got a doctoring degree? Because her
She got
vocabulary,
to. Damn, it's just vast.
her
Can you break it
vocabulary,
down? What
she
did you
reads a
just
lot. I know
say?
she, because when I hear her speak, Only reason why I don't use certain words is because of my audience. Like I don't want to lose them. Not trying to be funny, but her vocabulary from day one since I've been here, and Jessica, congratulations on reading. I know you're reading because your vocabulary
Jessica,
is very deep.
yes, yes, yes. And the way she speaks, the way she makes her points come across,
Yeah,
baby,
she's
just
very
on point.
articulate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tia says she has a
Probably a stellar
37-year
writer.
old son, Mickey.
Yeah, I put that up.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So, okay. So what do you think is the difference between just panning and bullying?
Third grade reading level and poor propaganda. Somebody put that third grade reading level and poor propaganda of the city of Flint, Michigan had billions with A.B. Dunn came here. What's that say? That was not only cyberbullying, but that was
Where's she at?
Tracy Jones.
Oh, that's back up, dog. I gotta go back up.
It's
Oh,
right
okay.
under where it said Eddie Murphy was lit.
I got you. Right there, Anna.
Yeah. So Tracy Jones says that third grade reading level and poor propaganda of the city of Flint in Michigan had billions with AB. I'm sorry, AB Dunn came here. That was not only cyberbullying, but that and all the local media pushed that broke Flint narrative. But crickets about the name change. 30,000 cash grab. I'm just saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1964. Where were you? I'm sorry, Wyntis. I saw that and I was like,
That's okay. That's okay. Complex is about physical attributes we can't control, predate government issue sensitivity, which really became an issue after the 1999 shooting.
what 1999 shooting?
I, yeah, what 1999 shooting?
Jessica, you a millennial?
Who got killed in 99?
I'm saying, what, the Columbine?
Columbine?
I'm asking.
I
No,
don't
that
know.
was
I don't.
before.
She'll tell us
Columbine
in a
was
second.
before.
She'll tell us in a second.
I know in 2000, what was it?
Okay. Now see, here go our chat. Now, y'all, they have their own thing. So Chris says no. The 1999 shooting was a bullying thing. Was not. It was a white supremacy thing.
What's the 19? I'm trying to remember. What's the 1999 thing?
Colorado, Columbine. Okay, so the Columbine.
Oh,
Okay, Mickey. Okay, Mickey, you was right, Spacely. Damn.
I ain't hearing. What did he say it was?
The Columbine. The Columbine shooting was
okay.
in 1999. Oh, I didn't think it was that long ago.
Wow.
24, that's about 24, 25 years.
So are we saying that maybe it was brought? Okay, so we got one viewer who's saying that it was a white supremacist shooting, and then we have another take on it saying that the guy was bullied, and that's why he did the shooting. Do you think some of the not to just focus on
if you get bullied, it's okay to shoot? So
no, absolutely not.
No, I think it was more of a white. This is my opinion.
Right. Solely.
I think it was more of a white supremacist situation going on. That's what I think. I mean, just like all the rest of them going down. I don't.
And I agree with JoJo. Both can be true.
Yeah.
I think certain things lead to, yeah. You can have it in you, and it just makes it come out of you. I do agree.
Yeah. Well, I just get scared because if we put the narrative, this is just my thinking. If we put the narrative that if you're bullied, we got to watch you to make sure you don't come to school shoot up. So where are we saying the kids that are bullied the most, we got to watch them for mental health?
That's sad. That's so sad. That's sad.
Yeah. I just think, like she said, the sensitivity, our generation, we were built strong. I'm sorry, Wyntis. We were built to deal with a lot. We had both sides, the boomers, the silent generation. And then, we dealt with a lot. Quiet, go through it. Who cares if you were molested? Who cares what happened to you? Shut up. You don't talk about the family. We dealt with that stuff.
Sure did.
So we dealt with being made fun of because, it's a lot. When you hear comedians talk, they talk about our generation and the jokes, and they still do.
Yeah. But it's like
we're oversensitive. I'm sorry, we're oversensitive It's
That's
something.
true. I believe it because I mean, like you said, Anna, we come from a generation and what we were taught growing up, like where we actually was sitting across the table at Thanksgiving from Uncle Chester, the molester, because the family didn't want anything out there to make the family look bad. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Ugh, girl, that's just rough. But you speaking truth.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking truth.
And well, I will say this: the difference between our generation, the next generations became sensitive, but then the next generation, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I think exposed too much personal stuff.
Mm.
I always say it's a place of decency and order. It's a place for certain things. It's just like when we could be diarrhea of the mouth, tell too damn much, and we wonder why we getting bullied because you telling too much.
Right.
Some things is not for everyone.
Right.
That that can go both ways.
Yeah, that's very true. Um, whoa, 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 whoa. So Tia said that's the point she was making. Jolena said, the parents of Ethan Crumley. So are you familiar with that story, Anna?
No.
Okay, so it was a young Caucasian guy whose parents bought him
Oh,
a
is that the
gun.
one
What?
in Michigan where the parents got
Yes,
arrested? Okay, I
yes.
posted that
Okay.
the other day. Yeah.
Okay, so JoJo goes on to say the parents of Ethan Crumley have been charged, and I believe now convicted for the son shooting up the school. So the mama, the daddy, and the son are in prison because he was bullied. I believe, not sure at the moment.
But from what I know is they bought him a gun. I mean, that's
Right,
dysfunctional.
right. You
Why
you
would you
know
buy a
it's
gun when you know your child's being bullied? At the end of the day, look, if you want to buy him some brass knuckles like we had growing up, put that brass knuckle, knock you out, put some grease on your face. So when you're ready to fight,
I mean, we come from the parents, and you talk about bullying. Well, hell, our parents bullied us too. If you go
oh,
to school and get your ass whooped, when you get
I'm gonna
home, I'm
whip
gonna
you
whoop
when you
your
get
ass.
home. My mother used to say that to me.
No,
I
I
remember
know
this
I'm
girl
not the
keeps
only
coming at
one.
me. She said, "You gonna come in here and cry? I'm gonna hit you." And I had to
Right,
go back outside and deal with it.
right. And you like, see, where was CPS for us? I'm just
But
saying.
I'm Michigan. Y'all done put it on the map. Parents can get locked up now. Watch out, black and brown people.
Yeah,
We gonna be getting locked up
right. And that's
because
all
we have,
over.
yes.
It's all
They the
over.
first.
Like,
They the first. Michigan has made the put it out there. But y'all got some strong, strict laws too. Some
mm,
extreme. I heard Trevor earlier talking about some. If you don't pay some, they can actually come in and put a warrant on you and arrest you if you don't pay certain things in Michigan.
mm,
That's deep.
very deep.
So I'm gonna keep
Mm.
bullying you by not fixing that damn water.
And you know what? That's another form of bullying. When we talk about not the water situation, but when I'm talking about qualifying for your own ARPA money, I mean, think about it.
That's bullying.
That's bullying,
You're discriminating anyone who has no access
right?
and putting them in an area where they can't even ask for help.
Right,
That's bullying.
right, right. Jolena paying for poison water. That's
Hmm.
bullying. And if you don't, they'll put it on your taxes, which ultimately, if you don't pay, can take your house, have your house taken from you.
I know. Put liens. That's crazy.
Right. It's so
I
many
wonder if
different forms
everyone
of
just
bullying.
not paid their water bill and everybody said, the hell with this shit. We not paying it, everybody. And I mean, even people that do not like getting anything where they don't pay nothing on time. Because you got extreme people that pay stuff on time. They will, no, my credit. That look, that ain't your regular credit. That's water. But if
Hmm.
they did that across the whole city and said we ain't paying shit, stop raising our water. I
Hmm.
wonder where they then fix all them damn pipes right away.
No, no. Jelena, I love what you said. Criminalizing being
Oh
poor.
yeah, that's true. Criminalizing the poor. That's very true.
Talk about that a little bit, Anna. Expand on that. I love when you expand on stuff. Hmm.
Right here in DC. Right here in DC. I just think about even in where I live at. I'm actually going to run for ANC commissioner for my neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood that's very diverse. ANC is not a paying position. It's just basically you're able to advocate for your neighbors and stuff. And I live in a neighborhood where it's called the have and the have-nots. You have the people that've been here for a long time. Predominantly the blacks have been. DC is chocolate city. It's starting to turn like chocolate swirl. It's changing. You have a lot of people from out state in DC, but the ones, predominantly the blacks that are in my neighborhood, been here for a long time. And then the newcomers that are coming in, it's getting to the point where this is why I want to be involved in it. It's getting to the point where because you don't have or because you don't own, you don't have no say in what is done in your neighborhood. And the descriptions of you are very negative. So it's those young black boys stole those cars. How you know they were black?
Right. Now when you say things like that, do you think the media bullies when because they paint
a narrative and to say that automatically when a boy gets shot that it was his fault. It's his fault. Why was he there? Why wasn't he? You see all the comments. He should have been. Where's his parents at? He should have been home. Excuse me. It's 3:45. People getting out of school. Y'all ain't got transportation for these kids. These kids got to walk, catch the train. They are where they're supposed to be. You got idiots. You got crazy people. But the media will paint that child like they're negative. I have 2 boys, my daughter's friends, that were just shot down last week.
Tell me about that.
And I'm reading the comments, and I became a bully when I responded to the ignorant ass remark. Excuse my French. Because people, you got trolls. We got trolls on E10. People want to change the narrative to say what they, to trigger you. And so that's another thing with bullying. But then we got to know whether it's real bullying or people just want to get underneath your skin to get you to rile up.
Right.
And the ratings do go up because some of us love bullshit.
Right. Controversy sells. Now, do you think the government bullies, and when I say that, like cyberbullying in the government, where you talk about the have and the have-nots, Jonita talking about criminalizing being poor. When they put your tax information and stuff out there and your water bill information, do you think it is too much being put out on the internet now?
That's too much. I mean,
I shouldn't be able to look up and see if Ana paid her water bill this month or last month.
Well, I don't like the fact that when, and I'm not even in Flint, and this kind of offended me. 2 of the candidates, I think McIntosh, and I don't know, was Sister Audrey one of them, where they were putting it out there about their bills were behind?
I don't think it was.
I don't want to say
I want to say it was that Liberty. I think it was Liberty Bell because she actually said she had to pay something that next day, and I know Carol said she had to pay something.
I don't want to put false information. I'm just going by what I heard in the conversation. But what I'm saying,
I know of those 2.
But what I'm saying that is bullying, and that's a tactic to get people not to. Let's just say this: if they're using these tactics, then you know that a corrupt person is trying to get in office. Because how do you hurt the people? You hurt the people that help the people. That's how you hurt the people even more. That's bullying. You know that I can go just off of Sister Audrey. Her advocacy is on point. I ain't talking about this morning. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I would say with Sister Audrey, I see her all the time. I watch her show at 5:00 on Sunday because she has a heart for change. She has a heart for her community. And she's not just saying you got to be Muslim. You could be anybody, and she wants to show you love. And it's unfortunate that they're using her personal information. Anyone who brings up somebody who is doing good by the community and brings up their information and brings false information, you got to cut them off the chat. You got to cut them off. Or even when they speak, you got to correct it immediately. She did the right thing by calling. But do we lay on it? Do we lay on it? No, we keep going. Because we got to build our community. But when we have people in our community that want to bring the false narrative by bullying, by bringing up personal information that has nothing to do with the character of the person, because we all fall short. Monetarily, verbally, mentally, physically. We all fall short. It says it in the Bible. So That that's another form of bullying. Your damn mayor's a bully.
Right. Right. Now this may offend some people, Anna. Do you think that the church bullies? And let me tell you about the form of bullying that goes on in the church. It's changed. I know the church I'm at now, they don't do it. They don't show it. They don't. But when we talk about offering, like back in the day growing up in the Baptist church, we used to have bulletins, 20, 25 pages, because they would list everybody's name who was giving and how much they gave.
Jesus.
Okay. Then
Old
they would
school.
then they took that out. Okay. And now that I was so like, I don't even know how my pastor thought of this now. Like we were showing people, going around the table for offering. And then he was like, you know what? No, 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 no. We're not going to show that. We see it here at church, but we're not going to
Yeah.
show that for the world to see. But do you think that's a form of bullying? Like, I feel bad because I don't have the money for my name to be put in, in the bulletin, or just show like I maybe only had $10. I don't have a
Well, it should.
$100 like Sister Anna. Do you think that was a form of church bullying that took place back in the day? And at some churches still do
Well,
that to this day.
I would say this, so I don't dig too deep because religion is very deep.
John says it's centered around that
I
third
would say
grade.
this. Um, Church should always be separate from the government. The truth is the church needs to build money. The word of God says to tithe, but it also says your talents too come in. So if you cannot tithe monetarily, there's things that you can do to make up what you can't give. That's written. I can't go to the scripture right now. I don't have my Bible. I'm not going into a Bible lesson.
I understand. I understand.
But I would say when we acknowledge who's the givers, sometimes we don't even have to tell. It's the way we treat certain members of the church. And that's not of God. Where there's certain people that sit on certain seats, certain people get more access, certain people are put on the board because they gave more. I grew up with parents who gave 20%. They gave a lot. My parents financially were very good. I ain't got it like my parents, but they did very good. So they would give a lot. And even my father used to always say, I had to tell the pastor, there's other people besides us, because he knew that my parents were pretty much helping pay the mortgage, the lights in the church, because there's bills, the outreach. These are real things that need to be paid in the church. So I'm not sitting here saying do not tithe. Believe me, you get return when you tithe. I've been tithing. You get return. Now with me, I'm
trying to get there.
School. I don't get no envelope and put how much I put in there. That's old school. I put Cash App, Giveify. You don't necessarily, and I don't need a statement at the end of the year. Some people get statements. That's me. But there's other ways to give. But I feel the church, because the church is you. I always say that. People say it's the building.
The church is you. Yeah,
if you won't give with a happy heart, with a happy time, with a good heart. If you giving and you frustrated because you don't have it, don't give it, because it's not given rightly. Mm-hmm. And if anyone in the church is bullying you by how much you give, you need to go to another church, because they ain't focusing on teaching you. They focus on what you're giving them.
Right.
And my pastor doesn't get a salary. He puts in just as much as everybody. I think he actually puts more. Mm-hmm. I ain't bragging about my
pastors do. Huh? The good pastors do.
Yes. He has no salary. Him and his wife, when they go on vacation only once a year, when it's Pastors Week, we want to give him something. It's not forced. Some of us don't have. We write them poems. We write acknowledgement. But the church should never tell the people, everyone, what someone is given. That, to me, is not godly.
I can't remember the last time my pastor got up there and said, when are you guys going to give me a love offering? But I come from a church, and I love the church that I grew up in dearly, where it was a part of every Sunday, they was passing that plate around again. And he got a salary. So it's bullying that takes place in the pulpit. You hear, and we're not just going to focus on our pastors here.
Yeah.
We hear about the global pastors that say, I need that $65 million jet. I don't want to fly commercial. And my church, they don't want me to fly with everyone else either. That's bullying.
Mm-hmm.
When you pulling up in a Bentley or a Rolls Royce and you got Johnny who's doing his best to he wants to look presentable and get a tie and try to just get to church on the bus, but you pulling up in a Bentley, that's bullying.
Well, you hear it all the time. A lot of the older women in the church will give, and then when it's time for them to need, they can't even get. Like, you remember the lady? I don't know if you remember. I think she was in Louisiana. She paid her whole life her tithing, and her house was about to be taken for a little bit of tax money, and they arrested her.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been the time the church should have turned around. She shouldn't even gotten to that point because she vested in. She vested in. But we do have greed. I mean, we're man. Man is greed. I mean, it's in. But we should not look at the church. We shouldn't look as Christians. If you're different faith, I understand. But I'm saying as Christians, we have to be very careful when we judge people that do wrong outwardly. What we need to do is correct it in-house when we're having our meetings, when we're doing it, because it's getting to the point where, and this is just my opinion, we're getting to the point where we talk so bad about the church because the church is doing a lot of things that are not good. But what happens is you got the new generation not even coming in the house. And there's people hurting out here. And the church is like a hospital, people. Ain't no one perfect in there. There's still people that sit in church every single Sunday and still have not given their life to Christ. And we need to understand that. Just because you go to church does not mean you're right with God. But that doesn't mean because I go to church that I think that I'm better than you. Mm-hmm. So that's a form of bullying when you come in. Where you been at? Like, that's a form of bullying. People think that's actually okay. And I say you got to meet people where they're at. That their relationships between Christ and them. Jesus is where they need to speak. They need to pray. Now with you, when you're in house and you're comfortable in conversation, you can say, sister, where you been at? Do you know what I mean? But sometimes that could be a form of bullying in the church. You're not in house. You're not doing this. You don't know. God said he will never leave you nor forsake you. So man cannot tell you that he left you. Those are other ways that we bully in the church too, not just monetary. How we treat people that have not been in the house.
How we treat people with that are in the house.
Or even in the house.
Right.
It don't fit the narrative or the one that's always raising her hand. Wait a minute. What did you say that said in the Bible? Because you still have to know the word for yourself. You don't sit and let someone teach you who God is. You need to learn God for yourself. Okay. So when you hear the word, you can align the word back and forth and say, okay, this is aligned. Because that's how people become victims all the time in church.
And that's why I love Pastor Hill III at the Mount Pisgah Missionary Baptist Church, 6315 Clio Road. Will open every Sunday at 10 a.m. I do that because Mickey gonna say he gonna send them an invoice. You know what? He always says that too. He doesn't say it in the terms that you say we got to meet people where they are. Yeah. But he says it's a different generation. And it's still the same. The goal is the same. But we got to use different bait.
Yeah.
If we want to get these people involved in church, if we want to get young people that never been to church before, they not believing all of this Bible tales. They not believing it. And I'm not saying that the Bible is a fairy tale. Don't get me wrong on what I'm saying. Please don't get me wrong. No. But you have to put it in practical everyday terms in order for people to understand. Like, they don't want to hear about David going out and killing Goliath with the rock. You gotta put this in everyday terms. The
Bible's still being written every day. There's new stories. The Bible's still being written. It's just the thing about the Bible is that we can actually see what's going on now in the Bible. So we do use the stories to show you, what happened then till now. But going back to cyberbullying, that, like we said, the monetary, the judgment, you don't have this. I'm sorry, I know I'm gonna bring it out here. The seed sowing. If you can't sow a seed of $500, then you're not gonna get this blessing. Who said that I need you to sow a seed to get a house? How do you know God wants me to have a house? I mean, sometimes we gotta ask, how you know God wants me to be married? Some will be single and not married and not have children. Where does it say you have to be married? God, there's a lot of people that are not married, priests, nuns.
Won't they try to embarrass you, make you feel bad? Mickey sitting there, we're laughing about this right now, but won't they try to embarrass you if you're not married, or God forbid get separated? Oh my God. You should just go in a hole and just hide your head. No, shit happens.
Well, I will say the church has grown a lot because I'm a divorced woman. And for the longest, divorced women were looked upon like more negative than actually divorced men. I mean, it comes with it. And you will hear people say, well, she can't stand behind the pulpit, or she can't speak, or she can't lead because she's a divorced woman. I can't help if my husband decided to go elsewhere and wanted a divorce. I'm free from that.
Right.
I mean, it comes with it. I'm free from that. What did Jessica say?
She's another form of bullying. Many of us are pressured to use small words based on a racist assumptions about what a marginalized audience can comprehend. I'm so glad that our A10 audience reads and thinks above a third grade level. Sometimes, because some of your words, Jessica, you done had a couple today, I just skipped over the comment because I didn't know what the word was.
Girl, that's 4 years of college, that word, abruptly. That's
Jessica like some words, baby.
Eric Hayes. What did you say? Remember when Eric said navigate, obliviate? Remember when he said, what'd you say? Can you repeat that back? She said,
he would always be asking, what'd you just say? Inebriated. I remember he told him, K. Fields told me he was inebriated. He said, I ain't inebriated. Hard letter. Here's comment from Cuz. Hey, Cuz, thanks for tapping in. I think young people want to understand religion and God. However, how can a man or a woman that's not willing to share their testimony or have no testimony teach you about the word of life and you haven't had their life experiences? If she don't sound like my pastor, I don't know who she sound like. How can you pastor and lead and you don't know how? How? I mean, and that's just my opinion, Anna. And I'm throwing the ball back in your court. Like a 20-year-old just coming up and trying to. I'm not saying that you don't have the word of God in you and you can't preach, but baby, you ain't been through enough to tell me about life. And I've heard young preachers before. Oh, I remember when I was sitting there wondering where my next meal was going to come from. No, you're 17. No, you haven't. You don't know what it's like to be hungry. But I've heard them say that in the pulpit. So what do you think about her statement that she said? Like, do you feel bullied that you have to say that as a pastor? And I know that you're an evangelist. So do you feel that way sometimes? Like, you have to be better than the next speaker.
Yeah, people do. You got people that call themselves Bible scholars, where they feel they know the Bible more than you, where they feel like they got a degree in theology and you don't. And so they feel that when they give a message that they're giving you a better message. So you can feel like, not me, you can feel like you have to now. You ever hear people say, oh Lord, how am I come back from that? That's a way for us to like literally take that anxiety or that way of self-esteem we have at that moment, that we feel that someone, like I fight my own self to be transparent with praying. I pray different. I got people that can pray in church and I be like, look, I don't pray like y'all. This is how I pray. But I learned that God said there is a prayer in the church. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. He gives us, it's more than that, but he gives us a prayer.
But guess what? My prayer gonna get there just like your prayer.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I had to learn
Mhm.
that because you have people that are in full uh, when they pray. And you had to learn that that's their style. That doesn't mean that the next preacher or the next messenger has to preach like that or speak like that. God God comes in many ways.
I'm gonna let you read Shardy's comment. Mickey, if you would be so kind to put that up there for Anna. Anna from the DMV. Yes,
She gonna
Anna.
give me them big words.
Girl,
In
give
high
them right to you. Right
in
to
high
you,
school for
baby.
me, we were to take vocabulary as part of our English classes. And words like abruptly, ambiguous, ambo Lord, ambitrex, whatever. And vociferous, Lord Jesus, loath, and many other words we had to learn and study. So that word abruptly means very, yeah, abrupt. Well, when I think of abruptly, I would tell you what I mean when I think of abruptly. You rudely interrupted, fast.
Mm,
You abrupted. You caused emotion to stop. You stop what was going on.
mhm. So I got a
Uh,
twist.
so that I've heard that word ambidextrous. If I'm saying it
I ain't
wrong.
heard none of them words, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and lie for y'all. I ain't been lying all
Okay,
this
sure.
time.
You
I ain't
gotta
gonna
go in
start
there
lying now.
and I heard the word abruptly. What does it say? A saint is just a sinner who fell down and got that. Yeah, you got that
There
right.
you go. Now,
But
Anna.
Shorty, those words are not very common that we use, but it's good to learn different words. Uh, so we're gonna put Jessica for a 2 minute every bump to say a new word we must learn. It's like,
Oh, okay. Oh, Mickey said we down to 2 minutes.
oh yeah,
We
down
got
to 2 minutes. So we need
two
to have
minutes.
Jessica gives us a word once a week, and we're gonna learn a new word. I'm being funny. Um, but she said she described the word earlier means being both handed. Okay. Oh
Now
Lord, that's
I got a
me.
question. I want to bounce
That's
back to
actually me.
you.
I'm right-handed and left-handed. That's where I
Are
kind of
you?
came from.
Girl, okay then. I got a question for you real quick. I want to wrap it up with this, Anna. I want your thoughts on this. Cyberbullying. Do you think that plays a big part in the way our Flint City Council acts?
Oh hell yeah, and I say it comes from Liddell number one. That's Linda Poley. It comes second from, uh, I say her name wrong. I'm gonna say uh, first I say Liddell, second I say Eva, and third I say whatever her name is. I don't even know how
Mm.
to say her name. I say more shit, but I'm trying to
Oh,
say her name.
Musha, Musha, Musha.
Yeah, Quincy's
Yes.
the only one that doesn't. I mean, I don't know if he has a media page, but Quincy's the only one. But he bullies in person because anytime someone wants to show their right to ignore him and they stand up and they turn their backs, it's not for him to respond to them and say, "I don't care. I don't care if you turn your back." Like, come on, you're a councilman. You're a councilman. That should not bother you because people turn their back. Everyone has a right to fight since y'all want to take everybody out for coughing or sneezing. So the way I fight you back is by turning my back because you turning your back on me. So that's bullying from Quincy. I'll say that's the bullying from Quincy. But Liddell, I'm sorry, Liddell, you be on those. You got that fake TikTok account where it's really you and you acting like you another person. Because anytime, even with me, when I started doing my little TikToks, I was like, how did Liddell get on my thing? Like, how did she find me to even write a comment? I said, so okay,
Girl.
so there's a couple things. Someone on 810 or
Mhm.
someone on Flint Reboot has now connected me for those comments to come under my TikToks.
Sheldon Neely has a TikTok page now. I seen today.
Oh,
After
okay.
they sat up there and talked about TikTok and Facebook, their mayor has a TikTok page. Yeah, go figure. Stones in the glass house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Anna, I enjoyed talking about I just enjoyed this episode today. We talked a lot about bullying. It
Yeah.
comes from everywhere. Cyberbullying, bullying in the church, in the schools, in the streets, at home, at work. I mean, bullying is everywhere. People just have to learn how to cope with it.
I just want to say one thing.
Hmm.
Public service announcement. If you do not like my
Yes.
TikToks and you're offended and you feel like I'm bullying you, get off my damn page.
Well, then, thank you for another episode of Sister Circle.
Don't forget Clubhouse.
Oh, don't forget Club Rich will be on tonight at
Oh
8
yeah,
o'clock. Huh?
Clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Club Rich will be on tonight at 8
8.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have, huh?
the lovely
You're not coming
councilman.
on? Okay, 10 a.m. Councilwoman Tanya Burns will be on tomorrow. And then Clubhouse. Tomorrow we're going to start about 7:15, 7:20 with some music all the way up to 8 o'clock by Wig Productions. And then we're going to talk about corruption tomorrow in the clubhouse. We invite you all to come in there. That's why we're giving you that 7:15 to 8 o'clock music. Tony will be taking your request. I'll put the post up on Reboot. He's going to play all the music that you want to hear. So get ready, get you a drink. Stay at home after you drink that drink.
And I will not be
Let them
correcting
know
any
what.
chaos.
Listen, and while she's saying she's not going to be dealing with the chaos, Mickey wants me to remind everybody.
You know, I'm
who's
saying
the
I won't be
moderator.
correcting it because it's my birthday weekend. Y'all ain't trying to take my anxiety up. Y'all
No,
want to
no,
holler and
we're
scream
gonna
at each
let
other,
you
go
be
for it.
free. We're gonna let
Yes,
Mickey
y'all
take
want to
control
scream
of it
each other's
tomorrow.
head off. I don't care.
Well, we got moderators. We got our
Yep.
boy from the Louisiana, Deldrin. Thank you so much. We have Just Dance who helps us out sometimes when she pop up in there. Anna and myself and Mickey. We are your moderators.
Yeah.
Please join in for Clubhouse tomorrow. It's always a great discussion. We don't talk that much. We let you all have the floor. And we thank you for tuning in to another edition of Sister Circle. And we'll see you again next week. Anna, take us out with last words before we get off of here.
We out. Peace.
Peace. All right. I sound like Mickey.